Hello. So it is part 3, lesson 3, money, class 11. Okay, we were doing functions of money. What are the functions of money? What does money does that we use money only? What does this money does that we use money only? We want to earn money only. Right. So the basic function, primary function. It talks about that money is used as a medium of exchange. We did barter system. There used to be commodities being exchanged. But barter system had few complications and difficulties. That in barter system, commodities couldn't be divide. The measurement of value wasn't there. There wasn't any unit with which a commodity could be given value. Assigning value was quite subjective in barter system. So the primary function of the money in this we are going to study that there is money act as a medium of exchange. Medium of exchange. What does that mean? If I want to purchase from you, then how will I purchase? In return, the medium will be in return giving you money. Not commodity, money. In money, which is in the currency of the country existing, that is valuable to you, acceptable to you, that is money. Money is acts as a medium of exchange. Right. Then, measure of value. If I have to purchase this white board, the shopkeeper value it in money, in the currency of the country existing. The value will be in money. Right? Measure of money, measure of value. We can measure, we can assign value in unitary terms, in numeric terms through money only. In this case, whiteboard. To assign value to whiteboard, if we want to calculate the value in numeric way, then money is used. In USA, the currency is dollar. In Japan, yen. Likewise, assigning value to the product will be in the currency of the country. Right? So, one can assign value to goods in relation to money or in regard to money. Got it? Primary function which comes in our mind. What we do with money? We can exchange good. When we exchange good, in return what we give? Money. So it is a medium of exchange. Secondly, assigning value. Assigning value to commodity which will be in monetary form, numeric form. These are the two functions in primary functions. Right? Then, secondary function. Secondary function. Main functions are two, medium of exchange and measure of value. Secondary function. In secondary function, during barter system we studied the deferred payment, the payment which were supposed to be made in future couldn't be possible because commodities were getting exchanged. But in money system, in monetary system, the commodity used to be bulky, used to be perishable. So we cannot stop the product to get stale, spoil, that we have to make up exchange of future payment. It wasn't possible because the product was perishable. We cannot hold it that, oh, product, don't get spoiled, we have to make payment. It can't be possible. It wasn't possible. That is the reason money came into existence, and in money, the deferred payment were possible. Payment is possible. Now what happens? I borrow money from you, or a bank. I borrow money from bank. What in return I give? Interest. That interest and amount I pay to bank, as I've taken loan from bank, I'll pay interest and amount, which I'm going to pay it in future after a fixed duration of time. When the loan will get due, I have to pay. It is only possible if I'm using money. Bank payment, borrowing and lending is possible if we are using a medium of exchange, money. Right. Second is store of value. Now, if the money is stored with you, it acts as a value system to you. It helps your psychology to get boosted, because we know that the money has a durability, long lasting. We can purchase assets. It is a liquid form. That is liquid form. We can purchase any fixed asset. Okay, it boosts our financial security in our mind. Right? We can purchase money. With money, we can satisfy our wants. If I want to purchase fridge, refrigerator, what will I do? I will use my money. I will take it from my bank account. Okay, I'll withdraw it. The store of value, I'll withdraw from the store in the bank, and then what will I do? I will be able to purchase. So the money in the wallet, in the bank, act as a store of value. Right? Then transfer of value. Now kids, fixed assets. We know fixed assets: building, land, agricultural land, right? Plant, factory, industry, house, all are these fixed assets. Because money is quite liquid in nature, that with money you can purchase fixed asset, luxurious asset, comfortable assets, which at any time you can purchase with the money, and once you plan to resell it, you can do it, and again you can convert the fixed asset into money. Right? Money can be used for purchasing fixed asset like building, machinery. Right? Fixed asset. And then same if you sell it, again it will be converted into money. That is liquidity. This is known as liquidity of liquid nature of money. Money used to buy fixed asset, and fixed asset once sold, they converted into money. Right? So money is used as a transfer of value. The value, okay. Then what happens? I purchase the piece of land from somebody with help of money. Then I plan it to sell it. See, fixed asset cannot move on their own. How it will be sold? By the medium of exchange, that is medium of money only. So the owner person will change, title will change, It is all because of money, right? Any agricultural land, if I purchase any agricultural land with money, if I plan to resell it, it will be only possible by money. So there will be transfer of value. The value first it was of somebody else agricultural land. It transferred to me with the exchange of money. Then I transfer that same value to whom? The third person purchaser, reseller is me. Again I am selling it. So there is a transfer of value. The value is transferred through money only. Right. Then comes contingent function. Contingent function. Contingent function means the things which can happen and things which may happen or may not happen. Contingent function means money function is contingent also. For the times when things do not happen, money is required. For the times when things happen, even then money is required. So contingent. In contingent, the third function is contingent. These mean may happen something, may not happen. Like measurement of national income. For approximate or for converting the national income into a numeric form, we require a monetary value which will be in money. Unit of money, numeric will be money. Measurement of national income. Students, I explained you what is a national income. Total value of goods and services produced in a financial year. Final goods and services produced in a financial year. That value is national income. And that national income is a monetary. That is currency of the country and numeric number. Which is possible only because we are using money. How will you calculate national income if barter system is adopted? Commodity money is adopted, commodity exchange is adopted? Will not be. Therefore, money is used for measuring national income. Now, basis of credit too. I told you bank gives credit, bank gives loan. If there is no money, how will a bank gives loan and earns interest? Will any bank accept commodity in interest? Will a bank give a loan as a commodity? In commodity terms, in commodity shape? No. Bank gives loan in monetary terms, in money form, in return earns interest in a monetary form, which is possible like this only. In formal world, formal organization, business world, commodity exchange, barter system not acceptable and applicable. Like in the bank cases where credit is required, how much credit to be given will be in monetary terms. How much credit, interest on credit will one earn, bank will earn, that will be also in monetary terms. Therefore, money is very much required for as a basis of credit. Right. After that, imparts liquidity. In imparts liquidity, which I have already told, to wealth. See, if you have money, anytime you will be able to purchase gold. And anytime if you want money, if you want that gold, the physical commodity, you can sell the gold and convert it into money, liquidity. That is imparting liquidity to wealth. Imparting liquidity to wealth. Right? So, money imparts liquidity. Liquidity is in the cash form. A gold coin, people used to purchase gold coins, gold biscuits. They used to get in on the intrinsic value only. And then whenever they feel like they could go and return and get it encashed. This is only possible because money is very much liquid. Okay, then. So these are the contingent functions. First was measurement and then the measurement of national income, basis of credit, imparting liquidity to wealth, and the fourth one is estimation of macroeconomic variables. Now in macroeconomics, I explained you, we talk about national saving, total investment, national investment. We talk about GDP, gross domestic product, gross national product. When you open a newspaper related to business during financial year month, that is March, we hear about gross national product, gross domestic product, total saving. It is all possible how to calculate gross domestic product, national product. All these are possible to be calculated only because of money. Right? We can calculate these things, total investment. Can you calculate investment, total investment in the whole country by barter system? By yourself putting question to yourself, you are able to answer. You can write the points in the exam also. Right? So, estimation of gross domestic product, national income, total saving is possible due to use of money only. So, estimating microeconomics variables. Microeconomics variables can be estimated by the use of money only. Okay, kids? Okay. These were the contingent functions, secondary function, and then that was primary function. Primary, basic function, value exchange, medium of exchange, assigning value to the goods. Secondary functions. Thirdly, contingent functions. These are the functions, and in the question somebody have write the functions of money, you have to write the definitions and functions of the money. Okay? Kids, indeed money is very important because of the functions it has. But does that mean money earning? And money earning is only important? Blindly one should earn money? Unethical one should earn money? No. Right education and right citizen of country will not do so. You know why foreign countries' currencies are higher than we people? Developing countries? Reason being, corruption is less over there. Bribing is less over there. Right? The country in which corruption is less, bribing is less. those countries flourish. Their economic development flourishes, increases. Okay. Now, we are going to study a concept, black money, which we come across hearing many times. Black money, as the name suggests, if something is black, what would it be? Definitely something fishy. So black money is any money which is received in cash but not accounted for and on which tax is not paid to the government. What to say? This is an ordinary kind of money which is not brought in the notice of a government with the view of paying tax. It is not brought in the view of government. Tax evasion is one of the type of money, black money. Hoarding, black mark. Okay. Corruption, bribery, all these are parts of black money. When you evade tax, suppose your earning of the year is more, and to pay less tax to the government, you try to make adjustment in your accounts. Those practices are also part of black money. You bribe your accountant, you bribe the authorities. That is also the one who is taking the bribe and the one who is doing the bribe is also part of a black market, and it is a black money. Right. Now, why we say that black money should not happen? Tell me. Suppose in your house there are 4 sons, and if two sons do not contribute in the household affairs, and 2 sons do, will in your house the prosperity will be more, or when all the sons contribute equally, that time the prosperity, financial assets in the home will be more? In both the cases, tell me. When every one of us, everybody in the household contribute, then only the financial assets and things you can make. There will be more saving as well, investment as well. Because black marketing, bribery, corruption, tax evasion, hoarding happening, due to which economic development suffers, it goes down. If economic development doesn't flourish, then what happens? How will a government make infrastructures, roads, government hospitals, government schools? Human development will go down. Our people will not be able to compete with the other countries. The reason behind it is corruptions in the department. No matter what you be, follow your ethics. Pay higher tax, don't worry. We all have our physiological needs, roti, kapra, makan, food, shelter and clothing, which you will be able to meet even if you earn little. And if you're earning more, that doesn't mean if you have more brain and you're earning more, if you're very smart in earning, that doesn't mean you will make changes in your account and spoil your karmas. Okay, let's not say that. If not, you don't believe in it, then what we say, economic development. At least we are citizens. Our economic development should rise, that we stand in comparison with a developed country. If we keep doing corruptions, this is the reason developing countries remain developing only, underdeveloped remain underdeveloped only, and the green countries flourish because they have work ethics. Work ethics is completely based on karmas. Hence, this is all about in money. Why money came into existence? Paper money came into existence. After that, electronic money came, which we are using. And day after day, there has come in a change in the exchange rate, exchange medium. We should earn ethically. This is the right education where we should earn ethically, and we should avoid black marketing. So, like how we have completed our lesson 3, money, class 11th. Bye. Meet you again.